What's good, everybody? So I recently, I literally just got off the live stream, and we were having a really good discussion. Like, we were talking about a little bit of everything, like behind the mind and all that kind of stuff. And then we got on the topic of zodiac signs, and I'm a Cancer, so we started talking about how Cancers act and stuff, and like how we act a certain way for different situations. And one of my subscribers, she said that we play the victim, and we try to do something else. I forgot what she said, but I wasn't mad because I understand why they think that way, but I made this video because I want everybody who have a problem with Cancers, who don't like Cancers at all, and whoever have a hard time understanding us. I want to explain why we act the way we act and why things happen according to us. First thing I want to say is, like the title says, we are not understood at all. I know it's hard to understand us. We cannot be understood. That's just the bottom line. Cancers, the way we think and stuff, we think deep into situations. We're in a situation, we're gonna think deep into it because we want to know all the details inside of it. We like to look at everything dealing with that situation, and we don't want to miss anything out because we don't want to be wrong about whatever we're talking about. I don't like how people call us crybabies and emotional. We are emotional, but we do it for a reason. We're emotional for a reason, and that reason is because when we're explaining something and you're not getting it, you're not understanding us, we're gonna get emotional. We're gonna get mad, we're gonna snap, we're gonna cuss, we're gonna do everything because you're not understanding us. So we just naturally get mad because we want that person to understand where we're coming from. We're not trying to be right, we're trying to explain our side of whatever situation. And it's not all about being the victim. I'm not speaking for all Cancers, but I'm speaking for myself because I'm a Cancer. I don't care about being the victim. I care about what's right and what's wrong. And if I know I'm not wrong, I'm going to defend myself. I'm just not going to just sit back and let people say whatever they want to say about me and they don't fully know the situation. No, I'm going to explain my side. I'm going to explain okay, this is how everything went down. This is what's happening with that person, and this is what's happening with me. And in the end, if you still say I'm wrong, it's you don't understand because I explain everything in that way. You can't make everyone you can't make everyone try to understand you because they probably don't even have that level of thinking into that situation. They don't think deep into it, and it's just, you can't really do nothing about it. But I will not let people just say whatever they want. I'm going to defend myself. Cancers like to play the victim because we know about the person, whoever we're dealing with. The person that we're dealing with, when we admit that we're wrong, they like to throw it in our face. They like to continuously talk about it, and that's going to get us angry. We hate that. Everybody hates that. If I'm admitting that I'm wrong, why are you continuing to say, oh yeah, you're wrong, and I'm gonna do this to you, I'm gonna cut you off, and I'm gonna do all that? We don't want to hear all that. So that's why y'all see it as we're playing a victim, but we're really not. We're trying our best not to say, okay, yeah, I was wrong for this. We're trying our best not to say it. We know that we're wrong, but we're trying our best not to say it because we don't want to be feeling some type of way when you say, oh, I'm gonna cut you off, you were wrong for this. You're always wrong for every situation, but you don't want to admit to it. No, that's not the case. We don't want that to be thrown in our face, and that's why we act the way we act. All we really ask is for you to understand us. Most people don't think about situations that deep because when you angry in a situation, of course you're not going to think into it like that. You're going to react fast. You're mad, so obviously you're going to snap. You're going to be mad. You're not going to try to hear the other person out, but that's not the case. You can't do that. You have to hear the other person out. You just can't let your anger overcome your sense, your common sense. I guess that's the best way for me to put that. You can't let your anger overcome how you really think, because you gonna look dumb in the end to that other person, because it's okay, you letting your anger take effect in you. We're never gonna get to our solved problem because you let your anger get the best of you. And that happens with us Cancers too. We let our anger, no, I'm not gonna say that. We let people think that we're always angry and we're always getting mad over stuff, and we're always emotional. It's not like that. Like, it's really not. Y'all not seeing where we come from. Y'all not listening to us. Y'all not listening to us fully. Y'all not trying to get our side of the story, because we're so detailed and you're so angry that, okay, I'm not trying to listen to all of what you're saying. So I'm gonna just say what I'm gonna say about you, and that's just gonna be it. Problem solved. Problem not solved, because no, you need to hear my side of the story. Like, that's not how things work. And I hate people that's like that. Like, if you can't understand us, then you don't need to be conversating with us at all, because that means you'll never get us. You'll never understand why we do the things we do, why we get mad at stuff. We get mad because you're not trying to understand. That's like our first reaction. We're gonna get mad. That's everybody's first reaction. We're gonna get, if you explaining something to somebody and they not getting you, or they still accusing you of being whatever, you're gonna get mad. That's a natural thing. With us cancers, yeah, we're gonna go overboard, because that's just the kind of people we are. Like, you can't blame us for that. Like, everybody got their own way of thinking, and yeah, we really get heated because it's like you don't want to listen to us. I just feel like you really shouldn't not judge us, but you shouldn't like see us the way you see us. We shouldn't be called crybabies. We shouldn't be called emotional. Yeah, we're emotional, but we're emotional for a reason. We shouldn't be called immature for doing this and doing that. We can't be immature because we don't want to explain ourselves to you. We don't want to explain ourselves to you because you're not trying to understand us. Because we tried to do it before and it's not getting to your head. So you can't say we're immature for not responding to you, or ignoring you, or just saying okay to everything that you say to us. We don't want to talk to you. We're doing this for a reason. We're not being immature. We're not being childish. There's nothing to really resolve between us, because you showed me that you just not gonna listen to anything I'm saying. You just saying forget my opinion, my thoughts about the situation. You just don't care at all. So we get that impression too. We're not gonna talk to you. That's just the whole breakdown of it. And I really want people to understand that we are not that hard to understand. I really wanna get more in depth into this, but I'm not trying to do that because I know I'm gonna go into something else that I should not be talking about at all. So I'm gonna just say that don't have your negative opinions about us if you don't fully understand us. If you don't fully understand any other person, not just cancers, just anybody. If you're not understanding where they're coming from, if you think that they're always wrong for a certain situation, if you think that they're immature for not explaining themselves to you, and you're trying to help them out in some kind of way, you're trying to solve it in some kind of way, they're doing that for a reason. They don't want your help. They don't want to solve anything with you, because you prove to them that you do not listen and you do not understand. So we're saving our breath because we already don't like expressing ourselves for that reason. So we're going to keep that to ourselves. We're going to do us, and that's just gonna be it. Like, it's not about trying to be the bigger person, or like being like a whole child with the situation. Like, that's not it. That's not the thing. And I really want people to understand that cancers, we're not bad people. Like, we're not. We just have a deep level of thinking. We think in details within a situation, within everything, even with a regular conversation. That's why we like to talk a lot. That's why we like to think about certain things in a whole different perspective. That's why we do those things in that kind of way. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. So if you dislike this, or if you didn't like anything that I said, then you probably still don't understand.